Hello and welcome to a brief introduction of the Myers Intelligent Maintenance System, otherwise known as the IMS. Brief history on this product. This is new for Myers. We have developed this technology as a result of a desire to improve on our already impressive reliability of our equipment and minimal downtimes. It was determined that if we could better head off catastrophic failures or failures that resulted in a loss of production, we would greatly improve the value of our product to our customers. In preparation of deciding how to better handle this, we surveyed all of the customers who called in with parts requests that were in immediate need because production was down. And we did a study of what type of maintenance had been done around that time period leading up to the failure, or what the history of the equipment maintenance was. In the majority of the cases, we found that the maintenance cycles were either too frequent or not frequent enough based on the type of use that the mixer was going through. In some cases where a mixer only runs a few hours a day, obviously the lubrication cycle would be less than a mixer that runs 24 hours a day. And that number is not linear. The less downtime you have, the more heat generation, heat buildup that you have, and the sooner that you will see failures or the need for lubrication. Additionally, we found that providing a periodic maintenance prompt to go in and look at certain elements of the mixer, its lubrication or power transmission system, there were visible signs of failure prior to the failure actually taking place. So what we have done is we have come up with a PLC system that helps you monitor your actual usage of the mixer. And it looks at the time intervals that you are running and what type of wear the machine is really seeing, and then provides a more accurate prompt of the lubrication or maintenance that needs to be performed. This is a lot like modern cars that have a display which tells you that it's time to rotate your tires, change your oil, or perform maintenance. It's similar to that, but of course it is a bit more complex. What we're just seeing here today is the upgraded version of an IMS, upgraded in that the basic unit for a single shaft does not have a color touchscreen. It is a bit less expensive, but it only has red buttons that illuminate to signal service. In this particular piece that we're demonstrating here, there are two shafts. There's a high-speed shaft and a low-speed shaft. This is a vacuum mixer, and the serial number of the vacuum mixer is noted above on the screen in this location. During normal operation, the screen is going to look much like you see here. When you have arrived at a maintenance cycle for any one of the components that has to be maintained, this will begin to flash. It'll flash for a number of hours, and then you will see an audible, or you will hear an audible alarm, which will get your attention should this be located someplace out of the normal operation view. If you wish to go in and see the number of elapsed hours since the last cycle has happened, you may come in and press the button, in this case the high-speed shaft. There are a number of items here that require regular service. There's also a lapsed hours counter. This lapsed hours counter doesn't represent or has no impact on when the next service is going to be, because the service again is subject to the use. However, should you decide that you're out going to do some lubricating or do some periodic maintenance during a shutdown or whatever, you can come to this screen and hold the reset button for 3 seconds and reset the value. This will then again start it over, and it will begin looking at the usage independently. Back to the main screen, again we have the same thing with the low-speed shaft. Cycle times that are on here, as I've mentioned several times, are based on usage, how many hours a day you're running. and what type of downtime you experience in between batches. Additionally, there are calendar functions and there are break-in period functions. These units are available for existing equipment in the field. They would be customized. This particular device is going to be going out on a new piece of equipment, and it will have some short service intervals for several of the items, as there are break-in periods, and the break-in periods are quite frequently overlooked, and this will ensure that those break-in periods receive the normal attention. Our study also pointed out that a good number of the failures that we've had, particularly in vacuum units where this device is going to probably provide the most benefit, the batch is compromised when you lose a mechanical seal and the oil goes into the batch. Of course, not only now are you short a batch of product which has sizable dollar value, you have disposal fees if you cannot rework it, and you have downtime while you wait for the new parts to come in. Anyway, this is a wonderful new product which will greatly enhance your next Myers mixer. Reliability is the main focus here, and attending to this and taking its prompt will greatly improve your process and reduce your downtime. Thank you very much for the interest in the Myers Intelligent Maintenance System.